And I think we're live. Hello. Sorry, mouth ulcer. Cunt of a mouth ulcer. Really hurts. It is currently 6:15 in the morning. My neighbours are probably thinking I'm nuts if they're awake. They're not really wrong though, are they? Yeah, I'm looking down on my screen because, you know, that's what I do. Anyway, Transformers Assault Vlog 2 Season 3 is coming soon, so I'm actually bang on with that. It won't be June the 3rd like I initially thought, but I'm looking for August. You know, give it a bit of time for Dark of the Moon, all that shit to settle down. So, I've got an episode filmed already, got the big book of the soap film, just got to do the editing. I want at least 4 episodes filmed before I start airing. So, yeah, but I'm not going to talk about that now. I'm going to talk about, what was it? Enter Titantron and Cybertron Sunday. I've done these video logs so many times now, and through faults, my computer dying or getting deleted or whatever, they get lost. But I've got this down to a science now, down to a T. I know what I'm saying here. Enter Titantron and Cybertron Sunday were both fuckers to do for different reasons. Enter Titantron, episode 3 or 12, I think, overall, was a bitch for the actual writing of it. It was basically, I couldn't come up with a decent ending. The ending you saw was with Ratchet talking to someone on the comm, and then it was going to end with Ratchet's "you don't want to know" line, but I thought that was a bit too cryptic considering the payoff for that, if you can call it a payoff, I mean, for a few years yet. So I had to add something else in there. Before that, it was just going to end on Hardcore Holly getting slagged by Wheeljack and Optimus Prime's "well done, Wheeljack, you've redeemed yourself" line. And I thought that was a bit weak as well. I ended up going in, because actually it was what I call pre-cycling, where I recycle something I've yet to actually use, a concept I've yet to actually use. The Sleazy Motel Room, where basically Laserbeak and Ravager banging in Soundwave's chest, that was going to be a later episode. I couldn't remember which episode that were going in, so I threw it into that one. Also, Megatron singing "Lost in Space" is pre-cycling. That was going to be a later episode, but I've stuck it in there instead, you know. Good times. Yeah, so that's basically that. Filmed it and all that shit as usual. I forgot to put in Ratchet's footsteps when he were running, but I think that went pretty smoothly. Cybertron Sunday, I've also encountered other problems. Since my laptop died and got fixed, I've had to download the episode off YouTube. But there seems to be some sort of a lag where part of the audio cuts out and it just skips, so I will fix that. I'll get that fixed at some point. It's not a big deal. All I have to do is just re-download the audio track, split it where it needs to be split, and then redo the audio in that gap. So yeah, I've got it all figured out, me. The problem I had with Cybertron Sunday was the actual filming of it. I've got a very little room, akin to a box, yeah, and 160 odd Transformers, about 150 at the time of filming. I didn't use them all. I didn't use the Star Wars or the Marvels in the crowd scenes, but I used as many as I could and ended up using fucking most of them. Sorry about that. And it was a pain in the arse to film, having to navigate your way between, because I did the crowd scene and I was trying to keep it all intact in case I wanted to do later crowd scenes, and I was like stepping over. I'm like, don't knock any over, and guess what, I kept knocking them over. So And the day I just filmed a few wide crowd scene shots, a few long range ones, and then I just fucked off the back row and just kept the side rows, and it made it so much more easier. But that was a fucking ball ache to film. It seriously was. It was just... But the payoff, the thing that made it worth it was the Kane entrance, which I'm pretty sure when I uploaded it, it was all in sync and it was all fine. I don't know what went wrong, seriously. I mean, I've watched it on YouTube and it seemed okay. Something's gone wrong. I mean, YouTube's done a lot of fucking weird ass shit lately. I mean, they've took the groups down, they've fucking changed the layout and shit. It's, you know. But yeah, the payoff was Kane's entrance, the pyro effect and the explosions and the music and the red light and shit. The red light was done. This was my ex-girlfriend's idea. She goes, well, why don't you use like red plastic or something? And I happen to have a pair of Revenge of the Fallen 3D glasses that I got with my 3D Revenge of the Fallen poster that I got with my Revenge of the Fallen Superion that I got from Argos. So I just stuck the little, because I only do a camera phone, so I just stuck the red lens of the 3D goggles and smacked it over the camera, and you know, I had the lovely red light effect there, which made it even better, because you know, Kane red lights and all that shit. They're doing the same with Sin Cara, but you know, Sin Cara ain't exactly a big red machine. Anyway, I think that's it. You know, 6 minutes 44 and I've covered everything. You know, first time I tried this, it took me like for fucking ever. I mean, it took me till I was 30 and I'm only 27, so you know how quick I'm getting this down now. Thank you for watching, if you've watched. I know these vlogs don't get a lot of views. I mean, not a lot of my videos get a lot of views, unless I'm doing a microaggression review. But, you know, I do know there's people out there that enjoy watching my video logs, so for you half a dozen, I'll see you next time.
We need a protector to save our souls, a hero to rise up and take control. For the pride of mankind is what sets us apart. We fight for our freedom, we follow our heart.